Welcome to Corner Fine Art. Today I wanted to do a quick art blog about a new art process that I am getting back to this year. I am doing some printmaking and I haven't done it in a while, and this piece that you're seeing here, which I'm almost done with, I've actually started about 4 years ago and I never finished it, but a week or so ago I decided to continue to work on it and see the project through. So here's a first look at this project that I'm working on currently, and I just wanted to tell you a little bit about the materials that I'm using and show you a little bit of my process as well. So hopefully you will enjoy it. And I also just wanted to remind you to please subscribe and like this video if you enjoyed it, and let me know if you have any questions about the process as I talk about it. So here's a closer look and some detail at the carving that I've done on this board. So to start with, this is MDF. So medium density fiberboard is what I'm using for this print. I'm also planning on doing some wood cuts and maybe some linoleum cuts in the future. But this material I discovered when I first got into printmaking, and it's a very good material to use for printmaking. Is easily carved, more so than wood because it doesn't have a grain. And it's more similar to linoleum, definitely. I do recommend sealing the surface after you're done carving on it with shellac to protect it from water. And I have here some carving tools, and I'll show you some other tools that I'm using. But I have a wide range of different ones that I just got and ones that I've had for a while. You can use some tools that I use for wood carving, such as these little flat chisels, like these. They're useful to remove large areas of wood, and also have some linoleum tools to carve linoleum, some V and some U shaped tools to remove that. And this one, this people one, comes with different ones, so you can change it. So it has different sizes of the V gauge, so you can see there, and it has a flat tool to carve. So I've been using mostly the V and the U shaped ones, haven't used the flat ones that much, so I've been using these the most right here. So let me show you a little bit of how I carve on here by carving on a little area. But this is what the shavings look like. So as you can see, I have a little pile here of all the material that I've taken off the surface, and I will be making prints of this to order. It's a large piece. Let's see if I can measure it really quick. But I will be buying some rice paper to print it on. I'll probably be doing prints by hand. So it's 24.5 by about 18.25. So I'll be doing prints by hand to start with, and then maybe I'll go to the press, but I'll have to see how it goes by hand first. And I'm waiting for the ink that I'll be using. It'll be arriving this weekend. So I'll also update you on that. And some of these tools are old, so they're not as sharp. Like this one, it's really not sharp. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this is one of the newer tools that I bought. I'm going to be using this, and you twist it and you can change it to a different tip. So you just put that part there and then twist it back. Oops, not like that. But yeah, so you twist it back and it attaches. So let me fix it really quick. I just turned it to the wrong side, so that's why it came off. But just to show you what it looks like on there. And then actually on this other side, it also has an empty space there, because that's where the other ones came in. So to put it together, you know, in case this happens to you, you just put both of these parts in there, like so. And then this U-shaped tip goes into there. You place it like right in between the two parts. And then you just twist it back on, like so. Okay, so now it's secured on there, and it's a very, very fine tip. So what I use this one for is for some fine lines, and I move around my piece so that the carving is not that awkward. And then I just start taking off the pieces. And depending on what ink you use, I'll probably start with a black ink. The part that you take away is going to be white, or the color of the paper. And the pieces that you left on here, like this part, is going to be what's going to have the ink. And I will do an inking video once I get the materials for that. I'm just waiting on the ink. And I'm going to do some test prints on some paper that I have in my studio. And then later on probably order some other types of paper, like the rice paper that I was talking to you about. And I will do more videos as I progress with this process to keep you informed. But right now, just wanted to give you a little introduction to my new project and just show you a little bit of the process, because I feel that it's important for me to show you just how I create my artwork in my studio, and just the type of effort that goes into it and the process that goes into it. So in here I could use one of these flat tools to remove some of that that was still on there. But to get into these small areas, this really thin tool, it's really useful. And sometimes it's easy to kind of let the tool go like this, and that, you know, that's part of just controlling the force that you put into the tool. And I've had some areas where that has happened, where I've had to rework that area to fix it. But as I get more into the groove, I do better. So I have gained better control of the carving, like so. And then, you know, aiding the removal with some of these flatter tools on here. So then, to remove larger areas, I would go ahead and switch this tip to the wider tip that I showed you at the beginning, the one I had on here before. And you know, this tool is new to me, so I'm still figuring it out, and you know, this might help some of you if you're wanting to get this tool. You know, some of the challenges that I'm facing is changing the tips from one to the other. So this is the tool I was talking about. That's the largest one. So just put that one in there. And this one helps remove bigger areas of material, like that. So a lot of these I've removed with this tool, and I'm thinking, you know, like if you look up here, I'll show you real quick. Up here I have an area where it's going to be more of the paper showing, right here. So I removed more of the material there. So I used this tool, and I wanted some texture on it, and when I run the print I'm going to see what that looks like, and then if I don't like it or if I want to change it in any way, I can go back and remove more of it, depending on what it looks like when I ink it up and print it. So that's all for today. Thank you for joining me at Gorna's Fine Art, and until next time, let me know if you have any questions, or if you want to pre-order this print, if you see that there's something that you like. I will be talking about my inspiration for it in future videos as I continue with the process of the printmaking. So thanks for joining me, and until next time.